Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ballpark here on the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. They are going to host the Highland Scotties into town today. The standings currently for the Blue Devils on the east side is Cali in first place with a 25-3 record. They have a win streak of 13 games going on right now. Kansas City, Kansas is in. The Blue Devils are in second place with a 20-4 record. Johnson County in third with a 15-9 record. Fort Scott is in fourth with a 12-12 record. And tied for fifth is Coffeyville and Allen County with 11-13 records. And in seventh place is Neosho with an 11-17 record. Labette is 6-18 in eighth place, and in ninth is Highland with a 1-23 record. The places on the west side, the standings: Barton's in first, Cloud is in second, Colby third, Butler in fourth, Hutchison in fifth, Dodge City is in sixth, seventh is Garden City, Seward is in eighth, and Pratt is in ninth. So a kind of a big reason in terms of what you're trying to do with your standings is if you are in second place, you're going to play the seventh place seed from the other side, which is the west side, which is Garden City. Staying in the top four is what's most important because whoever you play in the playoffs will be coming here. Starting lineups for today's contest. First for the Highland Scotties, Justin Ricketts will be in left field and lead off. Dalton Reachers will be at second base, batting second. The shortstop, George Burgos, will bat third. Batting fourth is Jake Bukovetsky. He's the first baseman. He'll bat fourth. Philip Seralta is the designated hitter, and batting sixth, Braden Zirkle in left field. Batting seventh, the catcher, Andrew Brubeck. Batting eighth is the third baseman, Dakota Hogan. Batting ninth is Ivan Medina, the center fielder. And on the mound, Saul Peralta. For the Scotties, Ricketts, Reachers, Burgos, Burkovetsky, Serrata, Zirkle, Brubeck, Hogan, and Medina, with Peralta on the mound. Starting lineup for your Blue Devils. Let me see if I can get the coaches. Let's get them on the picture here. Get them getting the lineups handed to the umpires. Cole Dawson will lead off at shortstop. Batting second, the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. Batting third, the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, Caleb Adams. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Pablo Sanchez. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Darius Freeman. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Peyton McHarg. Behind the plate, batting ninth, Camden Carlin. And on the mound, Logan Bernard. So it'll be Dawson, Bosserman, Bard, Adams, Sanchez, Freeman, Hutchison, McHarg, Carlin, with Bernard on the mound. We'll take a short break. We'll be back for the start of this one. The Blue Devils hosting the Highland Scotties into town for two games that have been moved to today due to the impending weather tomorrow. And then Saturday, the Blue Devils are scheduled to go up to Highland to the final two games of this series with the Scotties. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon. Sun shining, little wind out of the south. I'll be back. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday afternoon version of Thursday afternoon baseball. The Blue Devils welcome into town the Highland Scotties from northeastern Kansas. The Scotties will have two-game a doubleheader today, and then on Saturday, depending on weather, but the game today has been moved to today due to the impending weather tomorrow. So welcome to the broadcast. Hope we'll have a few people watching and listening. I've got, over here behind me, I've got the Indian Hills Warriors playing up in Iowa, where number 3 son Tanner is assistant baseball coach up there. They have two games going on up there today, and they are in the same division as the Blue Devils, but Tanner played here several years ago. He's enjoying his time up there at Indian Hills, so I'm keeping an eye on their games today as well. Welcome to the contest. On the mound for the Blue Devils, Logan Bernard. He has a 3-1 record with a 4.37 ERA. He is from Lansing, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. Leading off for the Scotties is Justin Ricketts, the left fielder. Ricketts will step in. He starts the day batting .277. There's a ball headed into left field, a little slip there on the turf out there for McHarg. So a leadoff base hit for Justin Ricketts. So a runner at first, nobody out. That's going to bring up Dalton Reachers, the second baseman. Reachers starts the day batting .336. He'll step in with a runner at first base and nobody out. There's outside ball one. So 1-0 the count with a runner at first base. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard left to right across the infield. McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez. There's a strike called across the outfield with Camden Carlin behind the plate. And Logan Bernard on the mound. Sunshiny day, stiff breeze out of the south. Runner goes and is going to be out at second base with, I believe, a swing and a miss. Yes, 1-2 is the count. So caught stealing Carlin down to Dawson. 1-2 the count now on Reachers. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Gonna have to go down to first with it for the strikeout. So quickly 2 down. That's going to bring up George Burgos. Burgos, the number 3 hitter. He starts the day batting .242. He takes ball one. Want to know the count? Ball breaks inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. There's a foul ball ripped down the left field line, but foul. Two balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Very early going in this one. That's way up high and all the way back to the screen. 3-1 the count on George Burgos, the shortstop for the Scotties. That's up high for ball 4. That's going to bring up Bukovetsky. Bukovetsky will step in on the left-handed side. Pitch out, nothing going on there. Bukovetsky starts the day batting .346. He has the highest batting average of any of the Scotties. Breaking pitch stayed a little bit upstairs. 2-0 the count on the cleanup hitter, Bukovetsky. He's the first baseman. Swing and a miss of that pitch. So 2 batters in a row have had a 2-0 count, and they've been swinging at a pitch. So they're up there wanting to make things happen, certainly not wait around for strikes to be called. Outside. 3-1 the count. Runner at first base is Burgos. Swing and a miss of that pitch. So 3-2 the count now. 3-2 with 2 outs. Bard will go play behind the runner. Burgos will be off with the pitch. Way outside, ball 4. So a base hit, a strikeout, a caught stealing, and a couple of walks. And now there's runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Philip Serrata. Serrata, the designated hitter. He starts the day batting .271. He'll step in with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. That's up high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Going to get a quick visit to the mound for Camden Carlin. I want to welcome everybody to the broadcast. Visit over, as you can see. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Top of the first inning action. A little bit low. 2-1 the count. Serrata, the designated hitter. That's in the dirt, ball 3. So Bernard with a couple of outs, then a couple of walks. Behind on Serrata, the designated hitter. There's a deep fly ball to left field. And that ball is out for the 3-run home run to Philip Serrata to left field. So the 3-run home run gets the Scotties on the board early. That's going to bring up the left fielder Zirkle, Braden Zirkle. Zirkle starts the day batting .316. 1-0 the count on him. Going to get a quick visit to the mound. Coach going to try and get some words of wisdom out here to Logan to get him back on track. So a 3-run home run by Serrata gives the Scotties a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. We'll be back. All right, back to action. That's high and outside, ball one. Ball two. Zirkle, the right fielder. There's a strike called inside corner at the knees. 2-1 the count. The high fly ball to center field. Underneath that is Adams. So the Scotties get 3 runs on 2 hits in the top of the first. We go to the bottom half of the first. Your Blue Devils coming up. They trail by 3. To the bottom half of the third we go. The Scotties put up a 3 spot on the 3-run home run by the designated hitter, Serrata. On the mound, Saul Peralta is an 0-3 record, has a 13.94 ERA. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils, Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard. Dawson will step in to lead things off. Dawson starts the day batting .374. He'll step in to lead things off. Barjam, Burgos, Reachers, Bukovetsky across the infield. Ricketts, Medina, and Zirkle across the outfield with Brubeck behind the plate. First pitch is a strike. On the mound is Peralta. So foul ball backing out of play, so quickly on to the count on the leadoff hitter, Dawson. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. Burgos up with it, and over to Reacher, makes the tag, does Bukovetsky for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman will step in with one out and nobody on. Bosserman starts the day batting .341. There's a strike called. That's in the dirt for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Blue Devils hosting the Highland Scotties for a doubleheader today. That misses low and inside. 2-1 the count. First game is a 7-inning game. Second game is a 9. 2 balls and a strike. That's high and inside. 3-1 the count. It's a high fly ball on the left side of the infield. Shortstop says he'll take care of it, and he does. So Burgos, with the catch of that towering fly ball, will pop up just on the outfield grass. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard will step in with nobody on and 2 outs. Bard starts the day batting .386. He'll step in with 2 outs. There's a strike called. Oh, and 1 on Brendan Bard, the first baseman. There's a ball hit in the right field corner. That's going to be extra bases for Bard. Bard will cruise into second base. That ball's off the glove of Bukovetsky. But a double into the right field corner. So a 2-out double by Bard. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams will step in with a runner at second base now in scoring position with 2 outs. Adams starts the day batting .338. He'll step in there with 2 outs and 1 on. There's a strike called, bottom part of the zone, inside half of the plate. Bard with the 2-out double. He's at second. Adams at the plate. Swing and a miss of that fastball, so quickly 0-2 the count. Peralta has shown already that he's going to be around the plate. He's throwing strikes. Comes the 0-2 from Peralta. There's a soft line drive at the shortstop for Burgos. So no runs on 1 hit, the 2-out hit by Bard. We go to the top of the second inning. Scotty's leading 3-0. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the top half of the second inning. Brubeck, Hogan, and Medina scheduled up for the Scotties. Brubeck is the catcher. He starts the day batting .291. That's up high for ball one. There's a check swing rule to strike. So 1-1 the count on the catcher, Andrew Brubeck. There's a ball headed into left field. It's going to be a leadoff base hit for the catcher, Brubeck. That's going to bring up Dakota Hogan. Hogan starts the day batting .189. He'll be up there with a runner on first. And nobody out. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count. Runner at first base is Brubeck. There's a little nubber out toward first base. Bard's going to take that, tag the runner. Brubeck heads down to second base. One out. That's going to bring up Ivan Medina. Medina will step in with one out and a runner at second base. Medina starts the day batting .285. He'll step in with a runner at second base and one out. It's a ground ball hard at Palmer Hutchison, and he's going to be safe at first. Hutchison double clutched his throw, and then he made a throw high, and when Bard tried to make the tag, Medina slid in underneath the tag. So that's going to be an error on the third baseman. So the runner had to stay at second base. So runners now at first and second with one out. Back to the top of the order, and Ricketts. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Ricketts from Statesboro, Georgia. There's a swing and a miss. He had a base hit to left field his first time up and then was caught stealing. He's up there now 0-2 with one out. Runners at first and second. Breaking pitch way high and then outside. 1-2 the count. Ricketts was not chasing on that pitch. 1-2 the count, two down. Outside, that's going to be a wild pitch. Let the runners move up. So runners at second and third now, so your double play is, the conventional double play anyway, is off the table for the time being. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ricketts. That misses outside, gets away from the catcher a little, but not enough for runners to go anywhere. 3-2 the count. High and inside, so that's going to load the bases. It's going to bring up Reachers. He struck out his first time up. Going to get another visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Going to make the change. We'll get the information, and we'll be back with you shortly. All right, the pitching change has been made. Chase Terrell has been called upon to come in. He has a 4-1 record and a 4.15 ERA. He is from Linwood, Kansas, went to Bonner Springs High School. He's a side armor, has done some long relief. Generally in the first game of the series, he's the first one in. In relief, he'll take the mound with the Blue Devils trailing the Scotties 3-0. Reachers is scheduled up. He's the second baseman. Reachers is from Platte City, Missouri. Went to Platte County High School. First pitch is a strike. 1 out. Bases full of Scotties. Terrell called upon to take the mound, trailing 3-0. There's a breaking ball fouled down the right field line. That's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reachers had a thought, but laid off of that thing. 1-2 the count. There's another foul ball down the right field line, just past the first base coach of the Scotties. One ball, 2 strikes. Bases full of Scotties. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. It's going to be an RBI, 2 RBI. Going to be a very unconventional double play. Both runs are going to score, then thrown out at third and thrown out at second was Reachers trying to stretch that to a double. So 2 runs on 1 hit for the Scotties. They take the 5-0 lead as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. I'll be back. All right, Pablo Sanchez will step in for the Blue Devils. He will lead off the bottom half of the second inning. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count on Sanchez. Tied inside. Sanchez starts the day batting .368. 1-1 the count on him. Scotties have put up a 3 spot in the first inning, 2 more in the top of the second to lead 5-0. There's a foul ball down the right field line and out of play. 1-2 the count. On the right fielder, Pablo Sanchez. Low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Way outside. So 3-2 the count now. Saul Peralta on the mound for the Scotties. There's ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Sanchez. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman will step in with a runner at first base and nobody out. Freeman starts the day batting .344. He'll step in with a runner at first base and nobody out after the leadoff walk. Outside ball 1. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first base. Stretch in the pitch from Peralta. Foul ball. 1-2 the count. Sunshiny day in Kansas City, Kansas. Highland Scotties in town for a doubleheader in baseball. 1-2 the count. That's high and outside. 2-2 the count now. Runner goes. Ball's fouled down the left field line. So Sanchez will make his way back to first base. Do the 2-2 again. The high fly ball into deep center field. Medina underneath that. He takes care of that for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He will step in with 1 out, runner at first base. Hutchison starts the day batting .267. He'll step in with Sanchez at first base after the leadoff walk. Runner goes. And safe at second base with a stolen base is Sanchez. So Sanchez now in scoring position for Hutchison. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Fly out to center field by Freeman for the out of the inning. Foul ball backing out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanchez at second base. Palmer Hutchison trying to get him home to get the Blue Devils on the board. Blue Devils trailing 5-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Comes the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss of that pitch for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg will step in with a runner at second base and 2 outs now. McHarg starts the day batting .322. He'll step in with a runner at second base and a 2 outs to face Peralta. Little bit low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. On the left fielder, Peyton McHarg. Strike called inside corner. So 1-1 the count on McHarg. It's outside. 2-1 the count. Sanchez at second base hoping to step across home to get the Blue Devils started. 2-1 with 2 outs. McHarg at the plate. There's a ball headed up the middle. Sanchez comes across. So the RBI base hit by McHarg gets the Blue Devils started here. 2 outs, but on the board are the Blue Devils, make it 3-1. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Got one of my cameras not wanting to pay attention to my information, but there it is. Carlin from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State High School. There's a strike called right through there. Carlin starts the day batting .205. He's up there with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Carlin the catcher. There's a ball headed into right field for a base hit. Runners will move up 1 spot. So a base hit, 2 out hit by Carlin. So back to the top of the order, and Cole Dawson. Dawson will step in with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He'll step in with 2 outs. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Low and inside, ball 1. Want to know the count. Runners at first and second, back-to-back base hits by McHarg and Carlin. McHarg's was for an RBI to get the Blue Devils on the board, 5-1 here. Just happened to look up, and there's a ball that gets away from the third baseman, a pop into the air. I see that I don't have my score correctly. I need to get that updated. So an error on the third baseman. Ball, I think, probably ended up a little bit in the sun there. Might have been a better angle for the shortstop, but nonetheless, the bases are loaded, and that's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman popped out to the shortstop his first time up. There's a ball headed into left field, and that's going to be taken care of by Ricketts. So the Blue Devils get 1 run on 2 hits. They get on the board. We go to the top of the third with the Blue Devils trailing 5-1. Want to remind everyone that this broadcast is paid for in whole by the athletic department and fundraisers with baseball. Anyone that would like to give, go to fortees.com. There's different ways to donate there, and the money goes for the broadcast. Welcome. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. All right, George Burgos will lead things off here in the top of the third inning. Breaking pitch, he turns on it and fouls it. Burgos is from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Foul ball back to the screen so quickly. Terrell ahead of Burgos. Burgos, the shortstop, walked his first time up. He's up there now with an 0-2 count as he leads off the top of the third. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So that's going to bring up Bukovetsky. Bukovetsky is from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Terrell, as usual, works quickly and throws strikes. He keeps coming down the hill sidearm at you. That ball just missed a little bit outside. Looked pretty good. Ball and a strike to the first baseman, Bukovetsky. Foul ball. Balls in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5-1 lead for the Scotties. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Terrell on the mound in relief. Just misses a little bit outside. I contend that's pretty close to a dang strike right there. That's foul back and out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. 400 dead center, 290 down the lines, 375s, and 394 in the alleys. There's a high fly ball into left field. Fighting the sun a little bit and ends up with a double on a ball that gets up in the sun. You got to learn to fight the sun in those situations. It looked like he had it figured out, then it got a little more in the sun. So at second base with a double, that's going to bring up Serrata. Serrata is from Warsaw, Poland. There's a base hit up the middle. Gonna hold him at third base. So runners now at the corner after back-to-back hits. That's gonna bring up Zirkle. Zirkle will step in with 1 out, runners at the corners. Zirkle is from Tecumseh, Kansas. Went to Shawnee Heights High School. Squares to bunt, and strike is called on the attempt. Squares and bunt again. The bunt is down. Going to have to go get the out. So a sac bunt by Zirkle. Gets another run on the board for the Scotties. 6-1 lead now. Runner at second base. That's going to bring up Brubeck, the catcher. He had a base hit his first time up. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at second base. There's a ball that's going to get away from the catcher. Probably ruled a pass ball rather than a wild pitch right there. Nonetheless, the runner is now at third. Brubeck is from Shawnee, Kansas. There's a ball up with it. Line drive rocket on the ground over to Hutchison. He's up with it and over to Bard. So the Scotties get a run on 2 hits. Sack bunt for the run. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Blue Devils trail 6-1. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Blue Devils trailing 6-1. Brendan Bard will lead things off for the Blue Devils. He's from Kansas City, Kansas. Went to Piper High School. He had a double into the right field corner off the glove of Bukovetsky, his first at bat. That misses a little bit low end or outside. Looked pretty good to me, but was probably low. Want to know the count as Bard leads off the bottom of the third. Blue Devils trail by 5. Way outside, ball 2. Outside again. 3-0 the count. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. 3-1 the count. Foul ball back to the screen, so from 3-0 to 3-2 now on the first baseman, Brendan Bard. Foul ball down the right field line. It's going to be out of play. 3-2 the count. Foul ball again. That's going to get out of play. Bukovetsky over to take a look at it, but ran out of room. So we'll do the 3-2 again with Bard. Another foul ball back and out of play. Getting ready for the 8th pitch of this at bat. There's a ball headed into the right field corner. Going to be another double into the right field corner for Bard. So that's going to bring up Adams. He'll be up there with a runner at first base and nobody out. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He hit a soft line drive at the shortstop his first time up. That's inside. Back to the screen, so a wild pitch lets Bard move to third base. I think if Caleb had just held still, that would have probably hit him. We're going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if any changes are made. If they make a change, it'll be a strange change because there's nobody down in the bullpen working on a couple of different views for you. There's the bullpen with nothing going on down in the Scotties bullpen, and then there's a look down in the bullpen of the Blue Devils with nothing going on. We'll be back. All right, the visit to the mound is over with. Bard is at third. Adams coming to the plate. Good view of Coach Golbeck and Brendan Bard, both of them very tall down there at third base. That misses low and inside. 2-0 the count. There's a strike called inside corner. At the knees, 2-1 the count. Nobody out. Both teams with an error. That's outside for ball 3. Bard at third base. He had a leadoff double, then moved up on a wild pitch. There's another line drive right at the shortstop, so that one had a little more smoke on it, but still a line drive out to the shortstop. That's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez is from Sidra, Puerto Rico. He will step in with 1 out and a runner at third base. That misses outside. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. There's a foul ball down the right field line. That's going to be into the bullpen area. One ball, one strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run so far is all the Blue Devils can put on the board. Sanchez hoping to change that. That's up high. 2-1 the count. Way inside. Ball's going to get away from the catcher, but not far enough. Pablo Sanchez, 3-1 on him. Peralta in his third inning of work. There's a strike. Pablo's upset with himself that he didn't slap that one down the right field line. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Bard at third. He had a leadoff double, moved up on a wild pitch. 1 out. There's ball 4. Little leap on the mound by Peralta there, wanting that strike called, but that has not been being a strike today. So that's going to put runners at first and third, and that's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman flew out to center field his first time up. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Shawnee Mission Northwest. He'll step in with 1 out and runners at the corner. I feel a bunt. I maybe feel wrong. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count on Freeman. Runners at the corners, 1 out, 0-1 the count. Runner goes, squares to bunt. Way outside, called the ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners now at second and third. Sanchez with the stolen base. That misses low and inside. I believe that's going to be a pass ball that Bard is going to score on the pass ball. 3-1. So 6-2 now with the runner at third base. That's outside for ball 4. So a double, a line out, and then back-to-back walks. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison is going to step in with runners at the corners and 1 out. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas. He'll step in with runners at first and third and 1 out. He struck out his first time up. Like to see him get an early fastball down the middle and drive it to center field, which he is, and will get a tag. And a sac fly to make it 5-3 now. So now a runner at first base. That's going to bring up McHarg. He had a base hit, RBI, his last time up. He'll step in with 2 outs now, and Freeman at second base. At first base, and headed to second. There's a ball headed for the short's second baseman to Reachers, and he tosses it over to Bukovetsky for the third out of the inning. The Blue Devils get 2 runs on 1 hit and a sac fly. Cut the lead to 6-3. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the top of the 4th. Stay with us. All right, the Blue Devils have cut the lead down to 6-3. They did trail 5-1. That's going to bring up Dakota Hogan. Hogan is from Salina, Kansas, went to Salina Central. There's a little popper over toward the first baseman. Bard takes that for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Medina. Medina will step in with 1 out and nobody on. Medina is from Maracaibo, Venezuela. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count. Terrell back for another inning of work. There's a foul back to the screen. Quickly 0-2 the count. So Dakota Hogan pops out on the at leadoff attempt. That's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard across the infield. McCarg, Adams, and Sanchez. There's a ball just foul down the first base line. Carlin behind the plate. Terrell on in relief of Bernard. Bernard went 1 1/3 innings. Had a rough start about things today, so they called upon Terrell to take over. 1-2 the count on Medina. He reached on an error on the third baseman his first time up. 2-2 the count now. Foul ball back to the screen. Palmer Hutchison fielded the ball well, but he double clutched before he threw, and then he threw it high, and Bard could not put the tag on the sliding Medina, so Medina was safe at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. It's a high fly ball into center field. Fighting the sun a little bit, carried a little deeper than it looked like it was going to, but taken care of by Adams for the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the order, and Ricketts. Ricketts has led off the game with a base hit and then walked his second time up. There's a strike right through there. 2 down now. 0-1 the count. There's a ground ball right back at the pitcher. Terrell, he'll take it, toss it over to Bard for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Blue Devils trail by 3. I'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the fourth we go. Camden, Carlin, then back to the top of the order, and Dawson and Bosserman. That's high and inside, ball 1. Carlin is from Lawrence, Kansas. Went to Free State, Lawrence Free State High School. 1-0 the count on him. There's a strike called outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Carlin. Carlin had a base hit into right field his first time up. There's a ball that curves over just enough to hit him in the back for a hit by pitch. So back to the top of the order with Dawson. Dawson is grounded out to the shortstop and reached on an error by the third baseman. Third baseman had a ball get up in the sun, but went off the edge of his glove to allow Dawson on. That misses outside, ball 1. Carlin at first, 1-0 the count. Blue Devils trying to cut this 3-point deficit down. Misses outside again, 2-0 the count. Bargem, Burgos, Reachers, and Bukovetsky Vetsky across the infield. Ricketts, Medina, Zirkle across the outfield with Brubeck behind the plate. There's a strike called outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. That's down low. Gets away from the catcher a bit. Nice block by Brubeck. 3-1 the count now. Dawson, the shortstop. Both of his at-bats, he's pulled balls to the left side. It's a high fly ball down the left field line. It's going to be fouled. Had the distance, but he couldn't keep it between the foul poles. So back to first base is Camden Carlin, and back to the plate after that long strike. So now it's 3-2 the count. Carlin at first. Swing and a miss of that fastball, so Dawson down on strikes. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman has popped out to the shortstop and to fly out to left field. He'll be up there with a runner at first base and 1 out now. There's a strike called. The high fly ball into deep center field. Medina back to take care of that, and back to first goes Carlin. So a leadoff hit by pitch, then a strikeout and a fly out to center field. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard is 2 for 2 today. He's had 2 doubles down the right field line. His first one off the glove of Bukovetsky. The other one just inside the bag down into the corner. Be nice to get him another double here and see if it could get Carlin home from first. There's a ball headed back up the middle. That's going to be taken care of by the shortstop, and he goes ahead and throws to first. An ill-advised throw probably, and that allows the runner Carlin to move to third, but that's going to be a base hit by Bard up the middle. A great play just to keep that from going into the outfield by the shortstop Burgos. So that's going to bring up Adams. Adams has hit line drives at the shortstop, both at bats. The first one a soft line drive, the second one a little more of a line drive, but nonetheless, both times out. That's up high for ball 1. So runners at the corners now. 1-0 the count. 2 outs. That's outside. That's going to be a wild pitch. And Carlin will score on the wild pitch. That's going to make 6-4 the Blue Devils. And it's going to be a 2-0 count. Runner moves down to second after the wild pitch. 6-4 now the lead. Foul ball back into the screen. 2-1 the count. Blue Devils have taken advantage of some errors and some pass balls and wild pitches to cut this deficit down to 2. Bottom of the 4th inning action. Bard at second base. He moved up on that Wild pitch. There's a hit by pitch. Is Adams. So that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez has a couple of base on balls with stolen bases each time. He will step in with runners at first and second with 2 outs. That's outside ball 1. Want to know the count on the right fielder, Pablo Sanchez? That's inside. 2-0 the count. Blue Devils trail by 2 as they bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Foul ball back to the screen. 2-1 the count on Sanchez. Little foul ball over here in front of the dugout. And I went to the wrong dugout with the camera. So sometimes I gripe about the cameras not going where I tell them to. And then sometimes I just tell the wrong camera to light things up, which I did that time. Runner at first and second, 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Peralta in his 4th inning of work for the Scotties. That's up high. So 3-2 the count. Now the Blue Devils with the advantage of being off with the pitch. See if Sanchez can get something on the outfield grass to get another run for the Blue Devils. They still trail by 2, 6-4. Runners go. There's a ball headed to right field. That's going to be taken care of by the right fielder, Zirkle. So the Blue Devils get another run. They get that run on 1 hit. Couple of hit batters in the inning. We will go to the top of the 5th. Blue Devils trailing by 2. I'll be back. Top of the 5th we go. There's a ground ball headed to Bard. Bard's going to grab it. Toss it to Terrell. Terrell steps on the base. Nice play by the Blue Devils defensively. A 3-1 ground out. That's going to bring up Burgos. Burgos struck out his first time up. There's a ground ball headed at Dawson. He looks for a good hop, throws a little bit high, then Bard tags the runner. So a 6-3 ground out with a tag. That's going to bring up Bukovetsky. He's reached on a base on balls and had a double to left field. He's up there with 2 outs. Strike called. 0-1 the count. Top of the 5th inning action. There's a high fly ball to right field. I have a feeling that's going to be trouble. It's going to stay in. He didn't get as much of it as I thought he did. Sanchez over to the 375-foot sign at the warning track to put that one away for the 3rd out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th for the Scotties. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Blue Devils trail 6-4. I'll be back. All right, to the bottom of the 5th we go. Darius Freeman, Hutchison, and McHarg scheduled up. Pitching change made by the Scotties. Quinlan Costello comes in. No record, 12.00 ERA. That's up high for ball 1. He lives in Lenexa, went to St. James Academy. That's up high for ball 2, 2-0 the count. 7-inning game scheduled. Bottom of the 5th inning action. There's a strike right through there, 2-1 the count. Freeman had a deep fly ball to center field, his first at bat. He walked in the 3rd. He's up there 2-1 the count as he leads off the bottom of the 5th. There's a strike. Made it down to the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the designated hitter Darius Freeman leads off the bottom of the 5th for the Blue Devils. There's a high fly ball down the right field. Well, it started down the right field line, kind of back some. Second baseman Reachers takes care of that for the 1st out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Hutchison. Hutchison struck out his first time up. Then he had a sac fly in the third inning for a run in the third inning. He'll step in with one out and nobody on to face Costello for the first time. That ball sails just a little bit low. 1-0 the count on the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. Stays up high. 2-0 the count. There's a strike right through there. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Quinlan Costello on in relief of Saul Peralta. Peralta went 4 innings. That stayed up high. 3-1 the count. Peralta gave up 4 runs on 5 hits in his 4 innings of work. That's up high, ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Palmer Hutchison. That's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg will step in with 1 out and a runner at first base. McHarg's had an RBI base hit and grounded out to the second baseman. He'll step in with 1 out and 1 on. There's a strike right through there, inside part of the plate at the knees. 0-1 the count. Sailed just a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. McHarg at the plate. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. He could not get a handle on it to get that double play. Was in a little bit of a hurry. So that's going to be an E6. Here on the shortstop, Burgos. So that's going to bring up a pinch hitter for the Blue Devils. Brock Stewart is going to get the pinch hit. He'll step in. Stewart plays some first base, but he's been pinch hitting once in a while in a situation like this. So Brock Stewart will pinch hit. He'll be up there with 1 out, runners at first and second. He starts the day batting .296. He is from Gardner, Kansas, went to Gardner Edgerton High School. Got to try and keep my talking going there. Jace is playing some walk-up music, and they have a tendency, there's a strike called on the inside corner. YouTube has a tendency to kind of get crabby about that, and they give you copyright strikes, and I hate it, but nonetheless, that's the way it is. Welcome a few listeners in that are new. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. So 0-2 the count. Now on Stewart. He gets a pinch hit opportunity here with 1 out and runners at first and second base. Hutchison with the walk. McHarg reached on an error by the shortstop. There's a ground ball, a high chopper at the third baseman. He's going to step on third and then over to first. So the fielder's choice, no double play there. So Stewart he gets on by a fielder's choice. 5 unassisted. So back to the top of the order, and Dawson Looks like we're going to get a pinch runner now at first base, which is what we will get. That pinch runner will be Lee Allen Jr. He will pinch run at first base, get some speed on the base paths. So 2 outs now. Runners at first and second still. Dawson at the plate. That's outside, high and outside, ball 1. Dawson is grounded out to the shortstop, reached on an error by the third baseman, and struck out in his 3 at-bats. 1-0 the count on him. There's a ball in the dirt, nicely blocked by Brubeck. Brubeck has done a quietly nice job out there. He's had not as many balls to block as balls that have been either way inside or way outside that he's had to go get. 2-0 the count. There's a strike called. 2-1 the count on Dawson. Blue Devils trail by 2. Dawson would like to get something on the outfield grass to get one of those back. There's a high fly ball into center field. Fighting the sun a little bit, gets it tracked, and takes care of it for Medina. So the Blue Devils, no runs on no hits. And we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Blue Devils trail 6-4. I'll be back. All right, after the pinch hit by Brock Stewart and the pinch run by Lee Allen, Matt Buffington comes in to catch for the Blue Devils. Terrell back to the mound for another inning of work. Serrata, Zirkle, and Brubeck scheduled up for the Scotties. There's a ground ball going to be just foul down the third base line. Serrata, the designated hitter, he has a 3-run home run and a base hit to center field. You don't want to be too picky here with him, but you don't want to give him up in the zone. It was a 3-0 count, I believe, and had a strike up in the zone that he hit out. That misses outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike as Serrata leads off for the Scotties. There's another foul ball down the third base line, so 1-2 the count. On the designated hitter, Philip Serrata. Serrata is from Warsaw, Poland. There's a line drive right at Dawson, a couple steps to his right. but a line out by Serrata to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Zirkle, the right fielder, Braden Zirkle. Zirkle had a base hit to left field his first time up in the second inning. In the third inning, he grounded out to Hutchison at third. That's high and inside, 1-0 the count. 6-4 lead for the Scotties of Highland over the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils here on the campus of Kansas City, Kansas. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Zirkle up there with 1 out, nobody on. It's a ground ball headed at the second baseman. It's going to be an error on Bosserman. Looked up just a little bit quick to be able to make the throw to Bard. So Zirkle reaches on an error. So that's going to bring up Brubeck. Brubeck's had a base hit to left and a ground out to the third baseman. Terrell would like to see another ground ball, 1 hopper to third baseman to get a double play. That ball misses a little bit inside. Curveball, breaking pitch, didn't make it back to the zone. 1 out, runner at first base. That just misses, so 2-0 the count. A rare 2-0 count start on a hitter for Terrell. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. Brubeck not happy with himself there. Brubeck the catcher. 2-1 the count now. Misses outside. Gets away from Buffington, but not enough for Zirkle to move to second. 3-1 the count. It's a foul ball over to the third base side, and Hutchison. The out is going to be called. The coach down at third base, I don't know if you were able to see that, kind of got caught up with Hutchison. But my opinion, the coach's box is his box. He was in his box, but nonetheless called out on coach's interference. So 2 outs now. That's going to bring up Hogan. So throw over to first, back in safely is Zirkle. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count, 2 outs now. Top of the 6th inning action. Blue Devils trail by 2. There's a breaking pitch right across there. That is the sweetest looking pitch in the world. I like that thing right there. Little breaking pitch. Starts out on the inside corner, breaks across, and still catches the outside corner. 0-2 the count. That ball just misses for 1-2. Terrell on in relief of Bernard. Pitch breaks way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils trailing by 2. Throw over to first base. Back in safely is Zirkle. It's ball 3 outside. 3-2 the count. Runner goes, missed a little bit low. Looked like a pretty good pitch from up here. Nonetheless, ruled a base on balls on that pitch. That's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Medina. Medina will step in with 2 outs and 2 on. He will face Terrell. He's reached on an error by the third baseman and flew out to center field so far in this one. Just misses a little bit outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count on the center fielder, Medina. It's a foul ball out of play over the third base dugout. Misses outside. Two balls and a strike on Medina. It's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. He's going to underhand it over to Dawson for the fielder's choice. No runs on, no hits here in the top of the 6th for the Scotties. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Remember, it's a 7-inning scheduled game. The Blue Devils down to 2 more chances. We go to the bottom of the 6th. They trail by 2. I'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the 6th we go. Blue Devils trail 6-4. Costello back for another inning of work. Bosserman, Bard, and Adams scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Bosserman is popped out to the shortstop. That's down low for ball 1. Popped out to the shortstop, flew out to left field, and flew out to center field. So he's been out in the air 3 times to short, left, and center. See if he can get something going here for the Blue Devils. That's one of those 53-footers out there hit way out in front of the plate. 2-0 the count on the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. Tying inside ball 3. 3-0 the count. Bosserman most likely be taking a pitch right here. See if we can get a leadoff hitter on. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. 3-1 the count. Bottom of the 6th inning action. First game of 2 of the day. That's up high for ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Bosserman. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard has a 3-for-3 day today. He's had 2 doubles and a single. Actually scored a run on a passed ball. He'll step in with a runner at first base and nobody out. That's up high for ball 1. Want to know the count on Bard? Bard will be looking to get something on the outfield grass. He is number 5 in RBI totals for the entire Conference East and West. That was a strike. Yes, 1-1 the count. Snap throw down to first. Nothing going on down there. Bosserman back in easily after the leadoff walk. There's Bard way out in front of that one. 1-2 the count on Bard. Bottom of the 6th inning action. Costello on in, relief of Peralta. That ball down and in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. Brubeck got away from him a little bit, but not enough for Bosserman to head to second. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at first base. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. So a rare strikeout for Bard. It's going to be the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams has lined out to the shortstop twice and been hit by a pitch. He'll step in. Runner goes. And a stolen base by Bosserman. 1-0 the count. In the dirt. Blocked and then right back out in front of Brubeck to keep the runner at second. Two and 0 the count. On the center fielder, Adams. High fly ball to left field. That is a home run, a 2-run home run to tie this thing up. So that gets it tied up with one swing of the bat by Caleb Adams. And we're all tied up at 6. Here in the 6th. There's a strike right through there. Sanchez at the plate. Sanchez has 2 base on balls and a fly out to right field. There's a ground ball headed at the second baseman. He's up with it. Reachers is up with that. And over to Bukovetsky for the second out of the inning. So a 4-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Freeman. We're going to get a visit to the mound. Looks like we may get a change. Take a look down in the outfield there at the pitcher warming up. Can't see his number for sure. But we're going to get a pitching change. We'll get that information. The Blue Devils have tied it up here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back for the rest of this one. Stay with us. Thanks for watching. That's interesting. Right here is where they brought him in. Hunter Cachero warming up down in the Blue Devils bullpen. On in relief for the Scotties. That misses outside 1-0. Ashton Paith from Peculiar, Missouri. He just lives about 10 miles from me. Went to Ray Pack High School, and COVID, I assume, from Washburn. He is here from Washburn, and whatever reason has. There's a ball, a high chopper to the first baseman, Bukovetsky. Grabs that, steps on the bag, so couple of pitches and a ground out. We go to the top of the 7th. We've got this thing tied up at 6 on the 2-run home run by Caleb Adams. We go to the 7th, 7-inning scheduled game. First one of this doubleheader today. I'll be back. Better being tied up than down. Now pitching for the Blue Devils, Hunter Cachero. He's from Shawnee, Kansas, went to St. James Academy, has a 4-1 record, has an ERA of 4.62. He is in second with 7 saves. Only Weisner from Butler Community College has 8 saves. Cachero with 7 saves is tied with Fort Scott's Neal for the most saves in the conference, both East and West. Swinging on the first pitch and down the right field line is a fly out to left field and McHarg. That was Ricketts. So that's going to bring up Reachers. Reachers has struck out, had a base hit, and grounded out to Bard at first base. There's a strike called, a little behind on my work here. We should be in the top of the 7th now with 1 out. There's a ground ball to Bard. Bard says, I'll take care of that by myself. And 2 up, 2 down. 3 unassisted ground out for the second out. That's going to bring up George Burgos. He's had a walk, a strikeout, and grounded out to the shortstop. He'll face Cachero for the first time. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. So quickly, 2 outs and 0-1 the count on Burgos from Cachero. Another swing and a miss. So 0-2. There's a ground ball right up the middle. So a 2-out base hit by Burgos. That's going to bring up Bukovetsky. Bukovetsky will step in. He's had a base on balls, a double, and a fly out to right field. He'll step in with 2 outs. That misses outside, ball 1. Want to know the count on Bukovetsky, all tied up here at 6 on the 2-run home run by Adams. There's a foul ball back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Throw over to first, back in safely. That might have been a lot closer than it looked right there. The pitch was, or the pickoff attempt was just right to let the glove keep right on going. There's a foul ball back and out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Top of the 7th inning action, 7-inning scheduled game. The general format is the first game is a 7. The second game is a 9. Time is called out. The only change to that is if the first game goes any extra innings, even to the 8th, it is considered that 9-inning game. There's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. Bosserman will toss it over to Dawson for the 4-6 fielder's choice. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Blue Devils need 1 to win this thing. The Scotties need to hold them scoreless to make it go on. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils have this thing tied at 6. Hutchison, McHarg, and Buffington scheduled up. There's a ball, misses just a little bit low and outside. 1-0 the count on Palmer Hutchison. Two and oh the count. The third baseman, Hutchison, he's struck out, had a sac fly, and reached on a base on balls. That's up a little bit high, so 3-0 the count. I'm guess even with a little bit of a power hitter, but with a 3-0 count and needing a base runner, he'll be taken here. That's up high for ball 4, so a leadoff walk issued to Hutchison. He'll be on at first base, and that is going to bring up Peyton McHarg. McHarg's had a base hit, a ground out, and reached on an error by the shortstop. He'll step in with the winning run at first base. After that, walk to Hutchison. Squared the bunt there. It was a ball, but I thought the ball went off of something of McHarg's, whether it was the bat or the ball, but nonetheless ruled a ball. So 1-0 the count. Squares to bunt, pulls back, takes ball 2. McHarg at the plate. Bargem in on the grass, a couple of steps, pulls back and a strike called. 2 balls and a strike, the count on McHarg. Blue Devils need to plate 1 to finish it right here. There's a foul ball over by the dugout. So from 2-0 to 2-2 on the left-handed hitting left fielder, Peyton McHarg. McHarg is from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Not sure how I missed doing that. There's a ball to deep right field. That's going to be a base hit, actually a double into the corner. So runners at second and third with nobody out. We're going to get a visit to the mound. Probably going to put Buffington on and go to the top of the order and face Dawson. We'll see. It looks like there's going to be some type of a change. The Blue Devils with runners at second and third. That runner at third is the winning run. We'll be back. So the double to right field makes the runners be at second and third. You almost feel like, doesn't look like they're going to put Buffington on. There's a ground ball foul down the left field line. You would expect them to put him on, even though he's the number 9 hitter. You're counting on 3 straight ground balls that don't get through your infield here, at least 2. 0-1 the count. Runners at second and third. Buffington at the plate. That's down low. Ball 1. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. Winning run at third base. McHarg at second. Inconsequential. That's easy for you to say. 1-1. There's a ground ball. That's going to be a walk-off base hit just past the shortstop, not able to get his hands on it. So Buffington with the walk-off base hit for the Blue Devils to win this one 7-6. We'll see if Jace is wondering what I'm poking at him about. We'll get that 7 up there on the scoreboard. He probably hit it already, and it didn't go up there. But there's the base hit for 7. The Blue Devils, I don't have it up on mine either. So the Blue Devils get the walk-off. That's ball game. The Blue Devils win this first game 7-6. They come back in fine fashion, but they get a walk-off base hit by Matt Buffington to win the first game 7-6. We'll take about a 20-minute break. We'll go on to the next link on the website. I appreciate those of you watching and listening so much. Hey, if you haven't subscribed at the YouTube channel, please do so. We are getting so many views for these guys, and I love it when we get the views. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that notification bell so you know when we go live. If anyone wants to donate, go to fortees.com. There's several different ways to donate there. Any money that's donated will go to the broadcast of the Blue Devils baseball. Blue Devils win at 7-6. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the second game in about 20 to 30 minutes.